that we can actually, like, little things frustrate us now. Like, oh, why can't I use chopsticks? It's like, because it's new.
Why can't I sponsor 50 more people on my first tier? That's
Please. Why can't I? Oh.
New is scary.
Okay, guys, it's 8:34. I'm going to start. If you wouldn't mind all muting your microphones, please. And then if you want to speak, obviously switch it on and switch it off again afterwards. But a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Nice to have a big group of you together with us this morning. Happy New Year. I can see everyone waving. Laura, your lovely face smiling as it always is. Nice to see you. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas with family. I hope you did get some downtime. I've actually spoken to a few of you who've said, geez, I worked straight through. But it is important to rest. Eh? So, my wife has always been very good at having some kind of little thing to look forward to always. And that's always worked for us, even if it's just a night away somewhere. There's always something in the diary that we're looking forward to that we're going to enjoy and rest and spend time away from work and that. So anyway, I hope you did get some time off over the Christmas holidays, and welcome back into the saddle. And it's going to be a good year. I'm very, very positive about this year. I've got a great feeling and sense of energy about the year. I think that is also informed. Anya, if you're going to be walking around, can you just turn your camera off, please? It's going to make us all dizzy. No, you look like you're seated now. That's all good. Thanks. We used to have a guy in this group used to wander around his pool. Hey, Ferdy, you remember that guy? Yeah.
My apologies. I wanted to get myself seated, so I'm good now.
But we had another guy that had like bad ADD, and he would just like walk around his swimming pool, and we were all like, "Whoa, you're gonna fall!" Anyway, I think my positivity for this year might be informed by the fact that we've got the Build conference coming up, and obviously I'm going to be speaking about that today. And I think that's going to be this incredible injection of vision and insight and enthusiasm and motivation and positivity, and I think it's going to bring us together as a family. For those of us who come down and make the trip for the event end of April in Cape Town, so much stuff is going to happen there that you don't expect to happen there. Friendships and family and binding together and motivation and I'm reminded of a story in the Bible. Of the Tower of Babel. Remember that whole story? And God's words were interesting when he looks at these people. They're on completely their own agenda. This is not what he wanted them to do. He does not want a one world government. This is what they're building. They build this massive tower. I said, okay, so now we're not going to be scattered throughout the earth. We're going to have a locus of power here. And interesting words that God speaks at the time. He says, they are agreed. Now, nothing that they have determined will be withheld from them. So he goes down and he confuses their languages. When people agree together on a single purpose, even if it's the wrong purpose, we can do incredible things as human beings when we bind ourselves together with vision. There's going to be something of that at this Build conference. So maybe it's that's making me feel so positive about 2023. I think it's more than that. There's like a positivity I've got about the year. And it's weird because if you look around you, America say they're going into recession. Europe is going into recession. We normally follow what they do. I've been in the property market, as have many of you, when the bottom has completely fallen out of it. And I know how devastating that was. I went through 2008, 2009. I mean, it was very difficult times. So I don't have this rose-tinted glasses view of economies and the impact of economies on real estate. I know what it does. But, and on top of that, we've got this living load shedding Eskom crisis that doesn't seem to be like it's going to be solved anytime soon. And yet, I just can't explain it to you. I've got this hope, this faith, this positivity about this year. I think it is going to be an awesome year. And that is my prayer for all of you, that it would be an awesome, awesome year for you. So that's my Happy New Year message for the year. Anybody want to respond to that before we carry on?
I'm with you, Steve. How's it? Hi, everyone.
How's it?
I've got the same feeling. I feel that the word is bashed about quite a bit, but we have got a resilience within us to conquer everything that we put our minds and our hearts and our souls to. And when we promise ourselves and we promise a team together, we can achieve it. With God's help, His blessing, His encouragement, and I pray that for all of us on this group, that God will infuse us with His love and His encouragement and the faith and hope that He has in us. Just believe that you can, and He will carry you through the rest. But you must believe and do your bit.
Amen.
I pray that
making me cry.
over everyone today. Believe and you will receive if you carry your bit. That's my little...
Thanks, Cheryl. Amen to that. You're going to make Laura cry. Hey, Laura.
Oh, I'm already crying. And I've already been to the beach with the doggies this morning. And I was just walking, looking at the ocean, prophesying. Prophesy, son of man. We all have the word in us. That's what I love about our group. We are all 99%, we are believers. And you got to speak life. And like you say, Cheryl, we've got to believe it. I had my first show house yesterday in Unio at a top billing property. And I feel for PE, it was positive. I had 3 couples through. And the response was positive. There might come a listing out of it. And the guy, he retired at 50, lying by his pool. The house is perfect for him, so he must just sign the offer. But yeah, just starting this year fresh with new zest, new blood, new belief, everything. So we just have to go for it. Yeah. And we are not in the world economy, we're in God's economy. So, and we must hold on to that. Amen.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, Christine, you've got your hand up.
Hi, Steve. Hi, everyone. I just want to agree with everything that you've said here. And yes, we will overcome whatever setbacks they may be or whatever the economy may throw at us. We cannot control things that come to us, but we can control how we react to it. And I just want to share this one bit of wisdom, and it was given to us years ago at university in a lecturing situation, and it wasn't given, what I'm saying now wasn't even given, wasn't said originally by a believer. I just found so much truth in it. What we need is an enthusiastic but calm state of mind, but intense and orderly work. And I just think there's so much truth in it. To go out there, we can declare what we want to declare, and that is utterly important. But we have to combine the declaring with our actions. And to keep the main thing, to keep focus, and just get out there and do what has to be done. Thank you, Steve.
Brilliant, Christine. Love it. Jan.
Morning, everyone. Yes, I just love what you've said, Steve. I think the positivity. My wife and I went to see Mango Groove yesterday at Kirstenbosch in Cape Town. And even from them was coming such a positive message. You know, they were around in the 90s when the new South Africa was coming. Everybody was positive. And then, of course, many things went bad for us. But they're still there plugging that message of hope. And it's really powerful, you know. But, you know, from another type of perspective, I think the main thing is let's not look to the trouble. There is trouble. We deal with it, but don't keep looking at it. Look to what is positive in life. You know, and for those that believe, which I do, look to God, look to the good things, look to the promises. The troubles we deal with, but don't focus on them all the time. Look to what is good. Yes, and I also have a good feeling about this year. It's been confirmed. I've seen wonderful things coming, so I'm very excited. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great, Jan. Thanks so much for sharing that. Okay, guys, I am going to share my screen with you and go through a few of our slides together. Did somebody raise their hand there that I didn't see? Anya, you would like to say something?
Yes, I would just, can everybody hear me though? Because this is the first time I'm signing on to this.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I don't want to say a lot. I just want to say hello to everybody and thank you for having me here. It's actually very nice. This is my first time being as a realty practitioner. I've never done it before. But everything that everybody said just now about positivity and keeping the faith and everything like that is it's actually very powerful because I don't hear a lot of companies talking in that way. I come from Absa Bank and Hong Kong Shanghai banking, and I must tell you that that was very powerful to me. And I don't know if you guys also, some people have that feeling that a certain day or a certain week or a certain year is going to be a good year. And I haven't had a few good years before of 2023. And I feel that 2023 is going to be a very good year for a lot of people here.
Great, Naomi. Well, I hope it is for you, and welcome to our group. It's lovely to have you.
Thank you.
Naomi, you've got your hand up. Naomi, you've got to unmute your mic if you want to talk. Okay, Naomi, we can't hear you. So, yeah, I know you're struggling on the phone. Anyway, put it in the chat. Type it in the chat roll if you can. Okay, guys, so welcome to Family Time. If this is your first Family Time meeting, Family Time is our team meeting, and I'm glad you're here because it's kind of the beating heart of our group. You're going to find, as somebody has said this morning already, this is not like any business you've ever been in your life before. This is not like Absa Bank. This is not like, in fact, it's not like any other real estate company you've ever been in. One of the magic things about our culture is that nobody is anybody's boss. I'm not your boss. Your sponsor's not your boss. You're your own boss at EXP. We're all on a journey together as entrepreneurs. We're in the same boat. We're rowing in the same direction. And you do as much or as little as you want. But we have a vested interest in each other's success. First of all, because we're all shareholders in the company. You do well, the share price goes up. I make money on the share price. Second of all, we're all building this brand together, this amazing brand of EXP that we feel so like passionate about. When any one of you goes and makes a sale and puts a board up, man, that's building my brand for me. That's building the EXP brand. So I want you to succeed from that perspective. And then, of course, the whole revenue share structure of EXP means that for many of us, we are in each other's groups, and so we do benefit financially from each other's success. And yet nobody is anybody's boss at EXP. This is one of the magic things about this culture. And that whole dynamic has unlocked something that is unique. That you feel like when you come into this business, that you're in this family, that you're on this journey together, shoulder to shoulder, with high quality peers, and we're doing something incredible together. We're pioneering something together. And yet you own your own boss. So, that's kind of what we try to drive within this meeting. I'm very particular about the culture of my group. You don't have to be around me very long to know that I'm a man of conviction. I've got very firm beliefs. I'm a man of faith. I'm serious about business, serious about family. I'm serious about honesty and integrity. I'm serious about cleanness and respectful communication. And that hopefully has permeated the group, and I've attracted many people who are like that as well. I've attracted many of them to me. Many of you could use all of those words to describe yourselves. And that's not coincidence. That is how kind of leadership works. You draw people to you who kind of resonate with you and your message. That's just the way leadership works. And so you're going to find, hopefully, in this group of ours that we call the Steve Johnstone family, that it is a group of people who are like that, that there is a unique culture in this group that is different to anything that you've seen out there. Every now and again, we do have someone who joins the group who doesn't fit with that. We have had people fighting with each other, and I hate it. It's like watching your kids fight. You know, there's something in your heart that like grieves at watching your children fight with each other. I get a similar thing when I hear that there's been stuff between EXP agents. So it does happen. Of course, we're human, but I think most of you would agree that in a large degree, this group is very different to what you've had when you were at another company. And this meeting that we do on a Monday morning, every second Monday, this meeting, is kind of the beating heart of that. It's where so much of the friendship can be built and the culture can be drunk in. That's why I do this meeting. And that's why often I'll stop the meeting and say, okay, well, how to respond? You respond. And I want people to talk. This is not the Steve Johnstone show. This is our family. We're here together to learn and grow together. Okay, so that's family time. We have an agenda that we work through in the meeting, and I'll read the mission this morning. So meeting starts on time. We then do a welcome. This morning was an extended welcome, but it's the first one for the year, so I wanted to do that. Reminder of our mission. I'm going to read our mission statement to you after this. We then welcome any new agents or guests. So if you're here for the first time, you can either just wave a hand, or you can put your microphone and greet us, tell us where you're from. Have you joined EXP yet or not? Sometimes we get, this is a very good meeting, by the way, to invite prospects to. So if you've got agents that you've shown the model explained to, and you're looking for kind of like another step for them, another exposure for them to get used to what we are like, invite them to the family time meeting. It's a great strategy. Then number 5 is kudos and thank yous. It's another part of our culture. We want to have a culture of gratitude, a culture of verbal communication of thanks to people. Give thanks to one another. So, yep, we're going to do that. Recognitions, wins, accomplishments, exciting activities, or anything that's going well in your business. So that's the moment where we say, well done for people who've done transactions, for those of you who've sponsored people, or anything else that you want to congratulate someone for or share with us that's going well in your business. And you are allowed to brag a little bit, no problem. Number 7, new listings or hot buyers. So you will have seen on the group recently, I've had to ask a few times, please don't put your listings on the EXP WhatsApp group. It's just unworkable, guys. It's not that I don't want you to sell property. I do want you to sell property, but if 472 people are all putting their listings on the WhatsApp group, you're going to see a mass exodus of notes from the WhatsApp group. So please don't do that. And in the family time meeting, I also don't want you to say, yes, I've got a 2-bedroom apartment in Umhloti that I'd really like to sell. You know, we're looking for, in this point number 7, anything that is completely unique and outstanding that you think will have, relevance for agents all over the country. So Peter de Wet, for example, he listed one of the largest citrus farms in South Africa for 583 million. Something like that. I've probably got the details wrong, Peter, but give me some liberty. It's something like that. I think it's over 500 million. And that's going to be a unique, probably international buyer or a conglomerate or something like that. Now, that's the kind of listing that, wow, okay, let's share that with the whole group and see if we can get that thing sold. Book of the month. I like to do that. We don't do it every time. I don't get to it, but I like doing book of the month because leaders are readers, and you should always be reading something good or edifying. That's my view of life. So if you're very welcome. Anytime you have a meeting with me, you're allowed to ask me, Stephen, what are you reading right now? And I can tell you. It'll be something, hopefully, at the time you ask me, I'll be drinking my own medicine, and it'll be something that's positive and edifying. So that's book of the month. Today's training topic. Okay, so very often in the family time, we're not going to do it today, but in the family time meeting, I'll have a guest speaker in. I do want to just give you a heads up. This year, I am launching something called Multiple Streams. It's going to be a little series I run. I'm going to invite other agents from outside to attend it, but it's for you guys. And I have negotiated a few arrangements with a few service providers to the real estate industry that are going to offer you the opportunity to build up other streams of income. So one example is a bond originator. Now, of course, you already have a bond originator, etc. But I think I've negotiated a better bond com than you are currently getting. Now, that's one of the things that I can start to do because my group is big and people are now coming to me and they're wanting access to you guys. So I'm going to use that opportunity to negotiate good deals for you. And there's a number of these service providers that I'm now racking up so you can start earning multiple streams of income from various things that you do. And what we'll do is in the family times that come, we're going to pick one of them and give them, say, 20 minutes to come and tell us what they do, what the deal is, who you contact so that you've got access to these relationships. So I'm quite excited about that for the year. Upcoming EXP events. Now I'm gonna be a stuck record for the next 3 months on the Build Africa conference. Yeah, you're gonna get sick of hearing me talk about the Build Africa conference, but I'm in full hustle mode. This thing is basically all I'm thinking about now for the next 3 months. So upcoming events, we're always going to talk about that. Then last questions and comments we can close with. If you've got kind of burning with something that you want to talk about and we haven't got there, you're welcome to raise it at the end of the meeting if we've got time. Sometimes we don't have time. And then we close it off. Okay, so that's how family time works. Ashley, is your hand up? Okay, we're moving on. Mission statement. I'm going to read this today. Sometimes I'll just pick someone out of the audience and say, hey, Cheryl, don't you want to read our mission statement for us? And then comment on something that is important to you. But let me read it this morning as we start. So what we're trying to do here is build a growing collaborative family of agents from around the country who support each other to build strong, ethical, profitable businesses in which everyone caps and increases their personal income. One of the things that really blessed me at the end of last year was how many of our agents are starting to cap. Like in the beginning, it was like 1 or 2 people, and it was like, woohoo, you capped. Because it is difficult to cap in your first year, because it takes time for you to like get your listings up and all of that. But we are starting to see more and more agents capping, and it just delights me when we see an agent cap. So lots of people capping. Many will also become financially free through the EXP revenue share program and stock awards. Now, that may seem very far off for you right now, maybe not the stock awards. Maybe you've already started to build up some nice stock from your transactions if you're on the agent equity program. But on the revenue sharing side, maybe it's a long way off where you think, gee, I'll be earning anything decent on the revenue share. I've got maybe 1 or 2 people I've sponsored, but it's small. And that has realistically, it's really only been a reality for me up until this point where we're earning any kind of decent money on the revenue share, but that's starting to change as well. And this year, I predict by the end of this year, we're going to have a few stories like, if I can predict, Lisner Nell. I think Lisner will be earning significant income by the end of this year on the revenue share program. I think Andre and Lydia will be very close to earning good money. I think Ferdy Abrahams will be close to earning good money on the revenue sharing program. And for some of them, they've actually got big groups already. They've just got to add a few more people to their first tier to get more FLQAs to unlock their tiers so that they can earn the revenue share. And that is also very exciting to me, that we're going to start seeing more than just Steve Johnstone earning good money on the revenue share. And I'm looking forward to that. All right, so that is, in this way, we are going to bring, as a group, we're going to bring positive, disruptive change to the real estate industry in South Africa. And we're already doing that, guys. We're already doing that. We are if the stats that I've been told are correct. We're the 9th largest real estate company in South Africa after just 2 years. There's no company in the history of South Africa that's ever grown as fast as EXP. And if we carry on doing what we're doing, we are going to be the biggest real estate company in this country. And if I can say so, God willing, we can't tell the future, and I might be called home today. What do I know? But all other things being equal, God willing, a big part of that 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 agents that EXP could have in the next few years, a big part of that will be in our group. What does that mean? That means this culture of we're not ashamed of our faith. When all the world is scurrying and tucking their tail between their legs, that's not me. The culture of honoring one another, the culture of gratitude, the culture of clean language, the culture of ethics, the culture that we're building here is going to be the culture of the largest real estate company in South Africa. That's very possible. Woo! That gets me excited. And I mean, that will permeate. It'll permeate people's lives. You guys, each of you deal with hundreds and hundreds of people. It's wonderful. Right. Let the kingdom come. Next one. Oh, yes. Okay. Here's some admin. So, for those of you who have been in my group for the last 2 years, or a major part of that, you will have got used to the fact that I have been like a mother hen. And I've got all my little chickens, and anytime one of the little chickens needs something, they just open their mouth and I feed the little chicken. I'm not feeding little chickens anymore. No, that's not true. I am going to feed little chickens. But there's one task that I'm now officially delegating to you. 2 tasks, actually. On our WhatsApp group, every time someone joins the group, I get onto PowerPoint. I create a nice little welcome image for them. I do a Google search and find their photograph, and I put it in the thing, and I type it all up, and I export it as an image, and I put it on the WhatsApp group. Now, that's just becoming impossible. There's too many people joining, okay? And I'm not willing to do that anymore. Second of all, I'm not sure I trust the transaction cards that are being put on the EXP corporate WhatsApp group, the team 1, team 2, team 3. I think a lot of people are doing deals and the cards are not put on those groups. And then sometimes, there are cards and sometimes they aren't. So I'm actually not going to move. I used to just forward those to our group. And what I'm going to do now is, when someone on my first tier, so if I personally sponsored you, okay, Peter and Karen, Monica, just people I'm looking at on the screen. When you do a deal, you let me know, okay? I will produce a beautiful little congratulations card for your deals if I've personally sponsored you, and then I'll put it on the group. Or if you want to save me the hassle, you'll just put your own transactions on the group. Although I understand you might not want to do that, okay? But I'm happy to do it for the people I've personally sponsored. And I'm going to ask each of you to do the same. Okay, so if someone you've sponsored has done a deal, just even if you can't produce a little card, just type it in. Just say, I'm so proud of Alta. She's just done a 1.2 million rand deal in such and such an area. Congratulations, Alta. Just type it in. And then the rest of us can say congratulations. So let's all take responsibility for the people we've personally sponsored, our first tier agents. That way we are dividing the thing. Ferdy, yes.
Stephen, thank you. I agree with you 100% on that one. But can't we just copy and forward that congratulations or the notification that Amanda sends? Just copy that and post it in the group.
She does it. Absolutely, yeah. Yes, Ferdy.
That's so much easier without even having to produce anything.
Agreed. But Ferdy, half the time she's not doing it. There's a lot of transactions that are not reported on those groups.
Yeah, I know, because I've done a few and it doesn't come up. It doesn't bother But it's nice to have somebody, especially with the new guys in your group, in our groups, that's done their first deal, or whenever they do a deal. It's nice to be recognized, and people love to just congratulate others on their successes. So yeah, 100%, Steve.
Okay, super, 30. Yeah, great. With you. Cheryl, you got your hand up.
Has it? What I do want to know is, when should you congratulate somebody on a sale? At what part of the sale? When they've made the sale, or when the deal has gone through a transfer?
I mean, to me, you can tell me exactly when you think this is, but when it's 100% sure. When
the deposit is paid, when the first or when the suspensive conditions have been done.
Yes, when the suspensive conditions have been met, it's a deal. Then it's a transaction, not an offer anymore.
Fantastic, thanks.
Christine, you happy with that? You want to?
Yes. Thank you. I just want to ask Steve. That is partly what I also wanted to ask. For us that are quite new in EXP, the terminology used throw me a bit. We all learned it from different sources. And for instance, everybody talk of when is a deal closed, and nobody gives me the definition of when is a deal closed. And so that is what I would like to know, because when I did my transaction just now, I asked the lady who's my transaction specialist, when do I get the recognition for the deal, because it was a cash deal the previous week already, so there are no conditions. No, she said when it's registered. I mean, that's 6 weeks from now, but I've done a deal. So that is what I feel, let's just get some, and please, that's my other question. When is a deal closed? When it's an unconditional deal, or when it is registered, or what?
Well, I think for us, Christine, we can't control the way the EXP staff are dealing with it and when they put the cards on. I'm just going to leave them to do what they do. But for us, let's say for our group, it's when there are no longer any suspensive conditions and it's now a done deal. Okay.
Super. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, great. Ferdy, you've still got your hand up. Is that right?
Yeah, I just wanted to confirm that with Christine as well. For us, in any event, a deal is a sale is a sale once the suspensive conditions have been met, your bond has been approved. Cash deals, once the guarantees are secured, you've got your guarantees in place, then the deal is a secure deal. Then we publish it.
Thank you.
Patty, can you talk, Pads? We can't hear you.
Okay, sorry,
Okay,
I was on mute. Yep, can you hear me now? Okay, sorry, I had to leave the room for a seckie. So when we make a sale, do we just give you the information? Aren't you going to be inundated then? What do we, or do we post our own sales?
No, what we said is you can either post your own sales, and there's no problem with that, or if it's someone you've personally sponsored, so someone on your tier 1, if they've done a deal and you want to congratulate them and put it on the group, then you can put that on the group. That's fine. All I've said is I'm not taking responsibility for posting everyone's deals anymore. We've each got to take responsibility for it ourselves.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, Christine, you got something else?
Yes, please. Listen, not all of us are that good with the PowerPoint, etc. Can't you just create for us, or somebody create for us, just a little template for that we could just drop a name and a place in or something, to congratulate our team?
We can, but if I give you like a PowerPoint slide, will you be able to then get the image into the WhatsApp group? Do you know how to do that?
I have no idea. That's the whole point.
Yeah, then even providing you with a template is not going to help. So just do it in text then. Just type it.
Our graphic guys will do something.
Yeah, you see, you might want to put something with your logo on it. I mean, the Christine Apple Properties branding is beautiful. So I think get your designer to put something together.
Okay, we'll do. Thanks.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, Steve, Christine, rather, it's very, very easy to use Canva. Very, very easy. I promise you, you don't have to be tech savvy. So I will post on the group a link that I go into. Once you tap on that link, you get a template that comes up, and to the left, it actually just asks you what template you'd like to use. And if there's something on that template that you don't like, you just swipe it off the screen and put in what you want to put in. Honestly, it's so easy. So I'll do that on the group. I'm sure that's going to help you hugely.
Thank you. Yes, I've played around with the Canva, but I'm not there yet.
Thanks, Paddy.
Thanks, Pads. Okay, guys. The point I'm just wanting to drive home here is that, you know, if I did a template, I know what's going to happen. Half the people are not going to be able to use it. They don't know how to get the image off PowerPoint, and then I'm using Keynote, not PowerPoint. It's just, I'm wanting each person to solve the problem in their own business. That's kind of, because then it's a duplicatable. It's a way that we can all just move forward. And I mean, in Christine's case, she's got a beautiful brand, and she's got a guy who does unbelievable graphic design for their team. So that won't be a problem. Okay, guys, I'm moving off that. Upcoming events, the Build Africa conference. So I am going to play. I need to stop sharing this screen, and I just need to get onto YouTube, because I'm going to play you the little 1 minute. Right, little 1 minute promo. Just tell me when you can see this. Okay, you can see it. If you're an estate agent, I've got some good news for you. On the 26th and 27th of April this year in Cape Town, the Build Africa conference is coming to you. This is an event you do not want to miss. You're going to build relationships for life as you make new friendships. And we've got some of the global leaders in our industry coming out, including Gene Frederick, who to this day is still the top Keller Williams recruiter of all time, and Brent Gove, who's one of the biggest team leaders in Keller Williams' history. They are both now together the most successful agents in EXP globally. Not only that, but Rory Dyer is going to be speaking to us. He's an expert in leadership and one of, if not the most powerful public speaker in the world. It's going to be an incredibly powerful event. You're going to learn the latest trends and strategies to succeed in this ever-evolving, wonderful industry of ours called real estate. Make your booking at www.buildafricaconference.co.za and take your career to the next level this year. I look forward to seeing you there. All right. Hopefully that's a nice little appetite wetter. I'm just sharing my screen, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to do 4 things for the Build Africa conference. Number 1, please register. Okay, please book your tickets now, because you not only want to be there yourself, you want to bring other people with you. So just commit, make the commitment now. Buy your own ticket. How do you do that? buildafricaconference.co.za. Maybe someone can put the link in the chat roll for us. buildafricaconference.co.za. It's very easy to book. Thanks, Monica. It's very easy to book on that website, and there are 3 ticket types. There's blue, 300 Rand, gold, 650. The gold ticket gives you access to a special block of seating in the front. So you've got reserved seating. That's the difference between blue and gold. And then we've got a premium ticket, a platinum ticket. There are only 50 of those being sold. We've already sold, I think it's 16 of them. The platinum tickets are going to sell out. They're 3,500 Rand. That gives you access to a VIP room throughout the whole of the 2 days. And there's catering and cappuccinos and snacks and all of that in there. But we've got 2 private sessions on the afternoon of the first day and the afternoon of the second day with our guest speaker. So Rory Dyer is doing a session on leadership just with our platinum ticket holders. And then Brent and Gene are doing a private business strategy thing with those 50 members on the next day, on the second day of the conference. This is the chance in a lifetime to be in a small group building relationships and rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest leaders in the world. And to me, if you're going to invest in something this year, buy yourself a platinum ticket and in fact bring someone with you. So register for the event. Second thing is set a goal for how many people you want to bring with you. So the Build Conference is an agent attraction event. The whole purpose of, not the whole purpose, so 50% of the purpose of it is to expose agents who are not EXP members to the culture and power and vision of this company. It is going to be an incredible experience. You get a guest there. I'd love to know the statistics, and I'm going to monitor them afterwards. Like out of 10 guests, how many people join EXP afterwards? I would not be surprised if it's more than half. So set a goal for how many people you want there personally. My goal, I want to have 60 personal prospects at the Build Conference. You get 60 people there, let's say 30, half of them join. Do you know what that will do for your personal financial freedom? If you put 30 people on your first tier in the period of like a month or two after that event, it will change the rest of your life, and in fact, it will change your children's lives. Once you're dead, you will leave the passive income that will lead to down the track to your children. So I'm not putting so much effort into this thing for no reason. The potential of this event to change your life and to change other people's lives is enormous. Okay, so when I say commit yourself, what do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. When you buy yourself your ticket, whatever you're going to buy for yourself, I'm going to challenge you to buy a group of other tickets. You don't have to put the person's name. You can put your name in for each of, let's say you go and buy 10 blue tickets, 300 Rand each, times 10, that's 3,000 Rand. You're setting aside now to buy 10 tickets. And now you know you've committed yourself. You've got 10 tickets that you're now going to give to 10 people that you're going to bring with you to this conference. And if it means hiring a bus or carpooling with other people in your area to drive down to Cape Town, you do whatever you've got to do. Finding accommodation, you solve the problem. Commit yourself by buying a bunch of tickets that you now have to move to others. That's my next challenge to you. Number 3, volunteer to help. Okay, I've got a committee of very committed people that I'm very grateful to who are serving to help put this thing together. Behind the scenes, guys, there is an enormous amount of work going into putting this conference together, which we've been already doing last year. So we are going to need some of the subcommittees are going to need groups of EXP agents who are willing to assist. So, for example, we have a team that is overseeing the whole registration process on the day. 1,000, hopefully, God willing, 1,300 agents are going to arrive on the morning of the 26th of April. And they are going to need to be, they're going to need to be scanned. They're going to need to be welcomed. If they've bought a shirt, they're going to need to go and get their shirt. That's going to require lots of EXP agents volunteering at these registration tables. And there will be other teams as well that need. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you're happy to volunteer, first of all, you need to be coming to the Build Conference. But if you're happy to volunteer and be part of the team for the 2 days that kind of makes this thing work, please send me a WhatsApp or an email. Let me know. I'm going to make a list of everyone who's going to volunteer, and then we're going to kind of divide the responsibilities later. But at least just send me your name. I'm happy to help. And then we'll put you on the list. Okay, so that's volunteers. And then promote the event on social media. You're going to see a lot of stuff getting churned out by me in these next 3 months. I'm hoping every single day there's going to be a 60-second video like the one you just watched, published on all of my social media channels. I'm going to hustle so bad for the next 3 months on social media. But it would be helpful if I'm not the only one hustling. If you guys are also putting up videos. So one of the things I've said to you is, guys, send me a 60-second video, make it vertical, okay? Vertical, not landscape. Vertical means I can put it on reels and shorts on YouTube. Put them on the WhatsApp group. And I will then, so everyone's WhatsApping me. Lots of volunteers coming in. Put your little 60-second videos on the WhatsApp group and come up with different ideas. Don't just do one video. Do one that says, this is why I'm looking forward to the Build Africa conference. Put it on the group. Then, this is why you need to join me at the Build Africa conference. Boom. And then, I can't wait to hear Brent Gove. This is why I'm excited to hear Brent Gove. Put it on the group. You put those on the group, guys. First of all, it's going to stimulate everyone on the WhatsApp group. Like, what's this all about? Because there's 91 of us here. There's another 400 people that are not here. They're going to start seeing all the videos that, hey, there's lots of EXP agents excited about this. They're going to want to come. And then I'm going to take those videos and put them on all the social media as well. Let's cover South Africa in this message over the next 3 months. And let's put on the best real estate conference the world has ever seen. I want Brent and Jean going back to America with their eyes like this. Like, oh my word. We thought America was like the only country in the world. And I'm not saying that's what they think, but I'm just exaggerating for effect. And we hadn't even heard of South Africa before we got there. And we cannot believe the quality of what these guys just put on. I want them going back to America and telling everyone, you guys have got to come to South Africa. That place is incredible. Those people are amazing. We can do it, guys. We can do it. Right. I do want to do thank yous and kudos before we finish. Any comments on any of that?
Hi, Steve. Yeah, I always say planning ahead and making a commitment is a big thing. Besides, my running and entering comrades, which I've already done and paid airfares. But I bought my VIP ticket, bought three. I don't know who's going yet, but I bought 3 tickets. I'm going to buy every week. I'll buy one until I run out of money or something. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this year. By the way, I did volunteer late last year to help, so I'm just waiting for somebody to say this is what we need to do. But I'll send you another message just to remind you. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to do some videos as well and see where the running agent gets to this year. All right, cheers.
Brilliant, Brian. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you there. Any other comments? Okay, kudos and thank yous. Let's finish with that, guys. Do you want to say thank you to anyone or well done to anyone for anything? Jan, I see your hand is up.
Yeah, I just want to thank the agents who, all you guys who step in and make comment where there's a kind of a legal or a practice issue. It's a great support to me. I mean, maybe some of the new guys in the group don't know, but I'm on the legal forum of EXP. I'm an attorney and a conveyancer, and I add value to the group on a relational level. Whether any of you or your clients become my clients or not, doesn't matter. I'm serving this group. But what I find is, people like Ferdi, Monica, and Paddy, some of the people who've been on this group since the beginning and are more senior, really give very good seasoned comments. And I want to, and many others as well, Brian and many of you guys, and some of the new people coming on are very experienced. And I want to encourage you to really read through when a comment is made from another agent, because they come from another grouping like a Pam Golding or somewhere else, and everybody has got some gem of truth in what they say. So what we're finding on this group, there's quite a pooling of expertise. So don't just stick to your own point, just read through what other agents have done. Sometimes it's a matter of law, sometimes it's a matter of practice. And I don't always comment, especially if I know if it's from a specific issue of a client. I've got to be careful, and people might say I'm giving a legal opinion. So normally a true legal opinion from me will come off group, and I'll say rather separately send to me. But sometimes I'll jump into a hypothetical debate. But what I do find is there's a learning from one another, and I just want to encourage that. And I want to thank the agents who really come forward with really good assists and help. Yeah, thank you.
I echo that, Jan. Thank you. Echo that. It's a good sentiment. Appreciate all the expertise that comes forward. And Jan, we appreciate you very much. Thank you for how you've served the group.
Just another thing to add to the excitement or excitosis leading up to the event. I think if we can all offer agents from around the country accommodation, because I've got a guest suite that's hardly ever used. You know, at least the accommodation is paid, you know, for mahala. And so I'm offering our guest suite, well, it could be a couple or it could be an individual. So, because obviously there's big expense in coming to Cape Town. So send me a WhatsApp if you'd like to know what my guest suite is all about and where I stay.
Amazing. I know Lindsay always comes and crashes with Mary Bailey in Cape Town, and I think that's a great idea, Brian. If you're in Cape Town and you're happy to raise your hand and have someone come and stay with you, I will definitely do that. Then let me know, and we can put your name on a list of people who are willing to host other EXP agents. That's a great idea, Brian. Thank you. I want to just say, well, first of all, Van, thank you for your service this morning and letting everyone into the meeting. I know that's a bit of a thankless task, but it's not thankless because I'm thanking you. Thank you, Van. And then just some kudos I want to give to Monica Kutsia. It's been, wow. Gonna get emotional now. So I sponsored a lady called Esmeralda Hubert, and Esmeralda passed away last week, and she was 38 years old, got a beautiful young daughter who's about 10 or 11, named Monica, somewhere in that area. And it was really traumatic. And Monica, although Monica was not her sponsor, since Esmeralda joined, and she was going through a really hard time, and hard time business-wise, it was difficult, and she was struggling to kind of get back on her feet. And Monica, you were an amazing friend to Esmeralda, and you helped her with her contracts, and you signed her logbook, and she would come to your house, and she felt your love. And I know you've kind of felt guilty after you heard that she passed away, that, oh, you wish you'd done more. And that's absolutely not true. You were an amazing friend to her. So I want to just remember Esmeralda. And I want to say thank you to you for how you were a friend to her. Sure. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, let me...
Sorry, Steve. I'm going to interrupt you. Esmeralda was a special lady. She had a really difficult life. And she was really trying hard to get back on her feet, despite the divorce last year and all sorts of challenges. I think the list is actually endless. A person can't even fathom what this lady went through. But I'd like to thank you, Steve, for your support when I phoned you to tell you the news. Please just say a prayer for her little girl. She's going to need it.
Thanks, Monica. Glenn, you got your hand up.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I'm new here, officially onboarded towards the end of last week. And yeah, I actually just wanted to, firstly, my condolences to those who knew Esmeralda and were close to her. Having not even met Monica, I've experienced a lot of her just warmth and welcome and stuff like that. So even before I was officially onboarded, Monica was already reaching out to me saying, hey, you're new in Joburg, you need some assistance. can reach out to you and stuff like that. And I already started to feel a sense of the culture that definitely has permeated from the top down. So kudos to you, Steve, for that, because I think that has definitely permeated down, which is awesome. I just wanted to give a shout out to Brad Neal, Demo van Sale, Monica Kutsia, and Paul and Alette Marais. Such incredible people. I have no doubt all of you that are on here are amazing in your own way. But those people, like I said, even before I officially joined EXP, are still kind of in the throes of it. They were already reaching out, just saying, how can we help? How can we assist you? And stuff like that. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's definitely not just a regular culture that you find everywhere. Hey, that willingness to help. And I know it says in the book of Philippians that when you seek to help others, you in turn will get what you're after. And so it's a beautiful thing. It's not the lobster in the hot pot thing where lobsters are all trying to cram on each other to get out of the pot. It's rather that thing of giving a helping hand to others, because as you raise others up, you in turn will be raised up. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that and say, yeah, pumped and excited to be a part of this awesome team. So thank you very much.
Glenn, so Glenn is a good friend of mine, and we've been talking for like probably 2 years, Glenn. And I mean, he's had an incredibly complex series of circumstances in his own family with his son, who's had a liver transplant, and they're actually in Joburg at the moment, still like in the throes of getting their son through the transplant. But Glenn, I cannot tell you how excited I am that you've joined, and I think it's going to be, well, I trust that it will be the start of an amazing new season in your life as well. So welcome. Okay, guys, that's it. 9:30. We want to end on time. God bless you all. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. Reach out if you need any help.